People talk about American exceptionalism. Ben Carson is clearly exceptional, but just like you wouldn't expect Babe Ruth to be an ice skater or LeBron James to play the piano, why should you have the confidence or the feeling that you can be exceptional in this other field, which of course you've got to do if you're going to be president?
We have gotten into this arena where we think the only people who can handle kinds of decisions that need to be made at the state level are people who are steeped in politics.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you about a different kind of Ben Carson exceptionalism. And whoa.
Wow.
Okay, now.
What is that?
This
Macaroni
is the
cheese?
lobster mac and cheese.
Okay.
Give me your medical diagnosis of what I'm about to eat here and the wisdom of me trying to eat it.
Well, as long as you don't eat it every day, I don't think there's a problem.
No problem?
I don't think so.
As I understand, the message you want to drive and the change you want to bring to the country if you're elected is a move towards self-reliance. In Baltimore, when you look at those neighborhoods and the people who are committing violence and vandalism, do you think government should be getting out of the way and doing less because what government has done has robbed their sense of initiative?
One of the things that I've learned as a neuroscientist is that the human brain is an amazing organ system. If you have a normal one, you really shouldn't be thinking about what you can't do. Just be thinking about what you can do. As you probably know, in several states, you can get as much or more on government assistance as you can by working a minimum wage job. I don't necessarily blame people for saying, I can stay at home, I can make this money, or I can go and work this little chicken job that doesn't have many benefits. However, recognize that if you go and take that chicken job, you gain skills.
And what about minimum wage?
I think probably it should be higher than that.
It sounds as if your preferred alternative both to Obamacare and to Medicare is a system of self-reliance in which you would be responsible for your own care and that of members of your family.
That's how you pay for it.
And you could replace both the Medicare system and the Obamacare with that system of HSAs.
Absolutely. I think when people are able to see how much more flexibility they will have, I think it's going to be a no-brainer.
Obama, you referred to him as a psychopath. What did you mean by that?
I said he reminds you of a psychopath.
And tell me how.
Because they tend to be extremely smooth, charming people who can tell a lie to your face with complete, looks like sincerity, even though they know it's a lie.
Do you think he's a liar?
Well, I think he knows full well the unemployment rate is not 5.5%. He knows that. He knows that people who are not well informed will swallow it hook, line, and sinker, even though they're sitting there in the city and can't find a job.
When you look at what's going on, say, in Baltimore, do you think the structure of racism, as it inhibits opportunities for the young people in those communities, is a big problem, or do you think it's exaggerated?
I think the biggest problem is economic. And I think if we begin to open up the opportunities again, that you'll see a lot of improvement in Baltimore and around the country. There's no question that racism still exists in our society. Of course it does. Amongst particularly liberals who think that if you're black, you have to think a certain way. You don't have possibility of thinking any other way. And if you do, you're crazy. That's very racist, but they don't recognize it.
Dr. Carson, thanks so much.
Okay, a pleasure.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Dowdy from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.